Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And tonight we are going to be talking about something very interesting. Yes, very interesting topic tonight. I've never really done a video like this, but it's come to that point where a lot of people are asking me, and we're going to try to give you guys my real thoughts and analysis on it. So if you enjoyed the video today, toss a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. You know, this video is very simple. Renato or Vidal? Yeah, that's the video tonight. Renato or Vidal. Now, look, both of these guys got phenomenal FUT birthday SBCs in the last week. I have had the pleasure of using both of them now, playing against both of them, and I have an opinion on them, right? And I think a lot of you guys are looking for somebody to guide you one way. Now, let me be honest with you. A lot of pros, they're going Renato. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of pros are going Renato. So, look, maybe that's already pointing you in one direction. Maybe that's where you should go. Usually the pros, they know what's up. That's really the truth, man. They usually do know what are the most meta cards. And the reason why Renato is so highly regarded by the pros is he has a certain in-game body type and a certain play for the badge trait that a lot of other center mids don't have. He's a Hullet. He's basically a mini Hullet. Now, I played last night against a guy with Renato and Hullet, and the guy had the 93 Hullet. Hullet was better. Hullet was better. Now, Renato's SBC right now on the game is 500. No, a little bit more than that. Sorry, I'm loading up Footbin. So Renato's SBC cost at the moment is coming in at a price of 730K, which, to be honest, is pretty decent value considering he's a top 5 midfielder probably available on this game right now. Now, in terms of the midfielders that I've used a lot this year, I've used Bruno's Team of the Year a lot. That's really the only, like, the main midfielder that I've been rotating a ton of attacking CMs. But I've tried out a lot of players, and I'm going to be honest, Renato and Vidal were some of the best center mids that I have tried out this year. They were both incredible in their own ways. Now, let's start off with Renato. Obviously, high, 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, whereas Vidal is 5-star skills and a 4-star weak foot. Now, right away, 5-star weak foot for a midfielder position, it's something that you need to pick and choose what you think is more important. If you're using your outside mid or your DM in finishing areas, then the weak foot is going to be super noticeable, or final third passing areas. So that's really where I see Renato. And Renato also has 86 strength with 97 stamina and 93 aggression. He has 82 interceptions, 85 defensive awareness, 85 stand tackling. Something really unique about Renato as well is that he has 99 balance, and then also 99 shot power really compensates for 78 finishing. Like, that type of shot power is always going to be super noticeable in game. Any card that I've used that has that level of shot power is always just crazy good in game. So that's something right away that I'm looking at and I'm saying, okay, that's pretty respectable. That's a pretty good stat to have. 88 on the pace. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal compared to Vidal, right? He does have 5 more pace than Vidal, which is slightly a big deal. Now, again, links, right now, it's a soft link to Ronaldo. It's a soft link to Mbappe. It's a soft link to Neymar. You get a strong link to Bamba. So in terms of links to meta players, Renato Sanchez links to a lot of meta players. Now, he doesn't green link to anybody, obviously, outside of Portuguese icons, Bamba. So there's no, like, crazy link. I would say if he's strong linked to, like, Neymar and Mbappe, this is just your guy to go with, right? And that's really been the problem with Vidal. A lot of people are saying when it comes to Vidal, he is challenging to link. And let me be honest, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. In my team that I used this weekend, this is how I linked Vidal, right? This is how I linked Vidal, guys. So, yeah, this is the way that I went ahead and linked Vidal. To me, at least, it really felt like, you know, for me, that Vidal was amazing. And look, the thing with Vidal, the biggest thing that separates him that you can see compared to Renato, the agility and the balance aren't as good. But something different that Vidal has is a little bit more of that attacking presence, right? His finishing, his shooting is a little bit better. But at the end of the day, when you have Renato on that 5-star weak foot and the 99 shot power, it kind of levels out. And the thing with this card that you really do have to do on Vidal's card, and even when I used him with an engine, you really kind of need to go with the Hunter or the Shadow, just due to the fact that if you do the engine, you can, obviously, if you're using an engine, he's probably a DM. He's probably not going box to box. you are going to notice that he's a little bit slower than what you would like. So if we're going to do a FUTBIN comparison, obviously Vidal is 200K cheaper. As I said, though, the links aren't as good. But, you know, playing against both of these, I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I played against probably 5 Renatos in Weekend League. I probably played against 3 Vidals. Vidal was more intimidating and harder to pass and harder to play against. He was more of a physical brute force tackler. He was more of an AI interceptor than Renato. The difference between this Renato and the other Renato is noticeable on the attacking front and specifically the dribbling side of things. But the defending and the movement, I didn't notice that big of a difference between the two. So I think in terms of value, I think I like the value of Vidal slightly more. However, it doesn't mean that Vidal, this is where it gets tricky. It doesn't mean that Vidal is more meta or better. Again, this is going to be dealing with your play style. For me, in the midfield position, you would think that Renato would actually be the best position for my play style because I play a 4-1-2-2 narrow, and at the left and right center mid role, it's really nice to have somebody with a 5-star weak foot that can hit the ball as a first-time shot or a dribble, a heel-to-heel, and then shoot right away on either foot. And I learned that yesterday with Awar. When I had Awar in my team, he was incredible because he had the 5-star weak foot at striker. So the 5-star weak foot is very, very helpful in finishing areas. But if you are going to go with a DM here, if you're looking for a DM, I think Vidal is the one, man. And I had played him at DM a lot this weekend. I also moved him up to center mid, right center mid, and he did pretty well. He assisted 10 times in 2 goals in 21 games. So he did pretty well in that right center mid role as well. The thing that is nice with Renato, and this is something that's another positive when it does come to Renato, you can play Renato at any DM or any side because of the weak foot, right? The weak foot allows you to play out with either foot, whereas even with Vidal with the 4-star, you're still going to worry about it just a little bit because at times you will notice it, especially in bad gameplay or stamina drain. Your player at the end of the game may not be as responsive or good, and then that will turn into you being like, yo, I wish you had a 5-star weak foot. So head-to-head, looking at the in-games, Vidal got a larger upgrade on his 85. Renato, his upgrade on his 84 isn't that significant. It's a lot of +2, +3s. Vidal has about 30 to 40 more in-game stats than Sanchez. Pace boost, we talked about. This is the big thing, right? -5, -6 in pace. Although the attacking of Vidal is better, it's not that much better. The really significant stat is the 7 finishing. The difference between 92 shot power and 99 shot power is big, right? It is big. Better volleys on Vidal, better penalties. Penalties not too relevant. Passing is about the same. You guys look, you know, it's 1 give or take for each of them. Agility is where Renato is really nice with. And the balance is the big stat on Renato that I really noticed when I tried him out. You get a very responsive card with Renato. Vidal is responsive. Vidal is not ultra responsive. Renato is very, very responsive. He's very close to ultra responsive, whereas Vidal is not that close. The thing that Vidal has that compensates for that is the 5-star skills. And I noticed it this weekend where it is just so important at times to do that running scoop turn, to do that running move where you can get out of situations a lot quicker with that 5-star skills. And it acts like a +5 agility, a +5 balance because the way that people perform skill moves in this game can really enable you to get open a little bit more, right? So that's something with Vidal that I really liked. He has a little bit more composure, which is a very important stat in FIFA. It is. And his defense is way better. +8 interceptions, +11 heading accuracy, +1 defensive awareness, +7 tackling, and +15 tackling. So to be brutally honest with you guys, Renato's defensive stats are not nearly as good as Vidal. So if you're looking for a DM, I think Vidal is the better option. If you're looking for a box-to-box, that's on you. Because for me, the way that I look at it, yes, Vidal is probably a little bit less good. He's less good than Renato in the sense that he's not as fast, and this is a very pace meta. But I still think Vidal is comparable to Renato in a left or right center mid role. So that makes me kind of like Vidal just a little bit more because he's 200K cheaper, and I think he actually compares them as a center mid, whereas I just think generally Vidal is the better DM. Now, I'm going to get stick for this because I think a lot of pros are just saying Renato, 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 Renato. They just think Renato and that's it, right? I just feel like for me and all value considered, the one thing that makes me feel like Renato at the end of the day could be the best option for a lot of people, and here is my big if here, right? Obviously, again, as I said, they're both not that easy to link, but Vidal is a lot harder to link. Really, you know, Vidal gets strong links to that Perisic. That Perisic is good, but he's not incredible. There's not really an amazing strong link. Bastoni's not that good. Hakimi's not that good. You know, you've got no strong link to any icons. You've got soft links. Whereas, like, Renato, you can really work into a team because you could do, like, even if he's on 8, he still does link to Neymar. He still links to Mbappe, and he links to Ronaldo. So he gets 3 weak links into all those guys, and that's going to make Renato just that much more probably linkable at the end of the day. Now, obviously, you guys can see the physical stats are pretty much the same. I really did notice the aggression on Vidal. That is something that I really did notice. Like, the 97 aggression on this card is very noticeable. I think at the end of the day, in terms of what it comes down to, is your team and what fits and what doesn't fit. But let me just present you guys a scenario with me playing Weekend League and all that. I did the 87 squad with my high-rated fodder the other day on Renato, and I'm kind of regretting it now because I picked up Lothar Matthäus. I think he's better than all of these guys. And I just don't really have room for Renato in my team. And now I'm going to really have to redo my team to get Renato in if I want to get him in. So I kind of not saying that Renato's going to be a waste in my club. And look, both of these players are, in my opinion, like potentially endgame center mids. If you face any of these cards in August of this year, they're going to be very good. They're going to get the job done for you. They're all, in their respective ways, going to be amazing. So that's really when I look at it, like, these cards are amazing, right? These cards are absolutely sensational. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on these. I mean, look, both these cards, Vidal and Bruno, I think are comparable to, Vidal and Renato are comparable to my Bruno team of the year, which I have. I genuinely think they're comparable to him. And that's crazy to say, but I really do feel that way. I feel like they are both very comparable to this card. I think that the options between the two, and look, at the end of the day, you know, if you can do both, just get both. If you guys can somehow at the end of the day get both cards, just go get both because they are that good. They are that strong. But that's my opinion. I think in the furthest attacking role, Renato's going to offer you probably the best option because he's got the pace and a little bit, you know, more on the shot power. But it's funny enough, Vidal actually has the better finishing. It's just that Renato's got that pace. Renato's got that double weak foot. But at the end of the day, you also have Vidal, where if you get in situations with Vidal, you can do the skills, right? I got a lot of areas with a cross-goal shot where I could do skills. At the end of the day, you got to pick and choose, right? Weak foot, pace, maybe a little bit more in a higher role, more reserved role / more in the middle role, and you want the skills, go Vidal. I think either way, you know, it's a very hard discussion. It's a hard debate, and I don't want you guys to think that I didn't answer the question because, look, my answer is Vidal. I like Vidal more. That's my answer. I'm putting my stamp of approval. You could probably dislike the video and say it's cap. It doesn't matter, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm still respecting both of these players. I think they're both phenomenal. But I know that a lot of you guys are sitting there wondering who to play, who to complete, who to do, you know, even days after their SBCs came out. So I just want to give you guys my my thoughts, man. These are my thoughts. These are my thoughts, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.